Morning everybody. Hope you're all well. Hope you're all alright. Well, I'm not having it morning everywhere, but hope everybody's fine. Video I'm doing for you this morning, because, well, I do your video, simple as that's what that is. So, but I'm doing you one this morning because, like, the cars are still out there that I keep going on about, that all that glitters is not gold, that, you know, I mean, the cars that are generally flipped and stuff like that. So I'm just going to go over some bits for you, you know, basically what goes off with them. I mean, this is a typical example of a car, you know, that's been flipped. Oh, body's been fully restored. They've been round it with a wire brush on grinder, and then they've put some magic cream on it, and it's absolutely fantastic now, you know. It's a bit of underseal on it, it's lovely, it's beautiful. Magic cream makes all rust disappear and never comes back again, so I've been told, and that. So, well, that's one point, so that's that one out of the way. Then most of them have had a dose of this magic oil that they keep telling me about, that completely sorts engine out. Now this oil, I mean, well, must be good, because they tell me it'll do piston rings, it does all crank, it'll do oil system, you know, obviously sort oil pump out, does everything. So that's obviously another fantastic plus point that they all have. You know, you can't really believe it, can you, where technology's gone now? I mean, and of course, the old faithful one-fits-all ignition system, absolutely fantastic, that, mate. That car would take you anywhere, not a problem. And so that one's one you ain't got to worry about. Same leads, most cars, everything, no changes. And then the good old famous Zeng meter. I mean, you don't see these very often. They just touch this onto the electrical system and it just puts everything right, not a problem. It just eliminates it. All been checked out with Zeng meter. You're absolutely laughing. Because, I mean, these things, they're hard to come by. You get them from Planet Classic. It's just up on the left-hand side of Mars there. I don't know if it's on sat-nav yet, because it might be a bit far, but I think they'll be getting around to putting it on. But if you had Zeng meter around your Classic, you know, you're well in. You're really in, kid. You've cracked it. You know, then you've got your good old reliable relay. This one's got a fuse on. We don't all have them now. Put relays on the indicators, so you better be very careful if you've had one that's had relays stuck on all of it, because you might end up with a plane landing on top of you, because, you know, them lights will be bright, so it might mistake you for runway. So that's one thing you've got to watch out on some of your flip cars. And a lot of them have such as accessories like this seatbelt warning. So you open your door, you get a little bleep that says, that's reminding to put your seatbelt in. It's only come in 70s, so I mean, I should imagine we know now, or early 80s or whatever it was. And then, to finish off, they've all generally had the fuses rewired, something as quality as this, so you'll absolutely have no problem there, nothing will be going wrong. I mean, these cars are what they call flipping. I mean, to be honest, I just call it flipping heck, because load of rubbish I've just told you there is load of rubbish that the general majority of them are. Because if you're going to buy a car, and you're going to buy a classic car, a lot of these cars, they'll not be that, they might be 10 grand, they might be less, you know, but them cars can't have possibly been gone through, like I told you. I mean, now, if you're having proper cars, and you're having a proper restored car, it's probably going to cost you about 30 grand, it might cost you more, you know, and it'll have products on like this. I mean, like, this is a slave cylinder, and this slave cylinder's for that FB Victor that you've fired up the week for you. Now, customers having that, so obviously it's having a brand new slave and a brand new master, and these are genuine parts. Now, you'll find them, you'll be very, very well hard pushed to find them. But this guy wants a rate car, so he's getting a rate car, and that's what I'm doing for him. You know, you've got, it's like with Fords, such as all, these are Ford parts, these are Zodiac indicator lamps. So if I were letting a Zodi go whatever, or reconning the Zodi, or restoring, as I'm saying reconning, as I'm restoring one, and I want to know, well, I've got the genuine parts to put in them. You know, it's even down to building an engine. I mean, if people have told you they've built an engine, well, they've built an engine. So ask for some pictures. I mean, these are Epholite pistons. These are good pistons. You know, these pistons are perfect. These will do the job absolutely bang on. You know, they're with the rings, everything's right. They've still got a bit of oil drifted around them. You know, they've got grease-proof paper. So that engine, if it's got them in, it's been built right. There's not a problem. You know, these are all the bits of information that you need to see if you're buying something. Another thing, your owners. How many owners has it had? What exactly has it done? How detailed is it written down? You don't want to be listening to a load of trivial, like I've just said. Like things from Zeng meter, you know. Oils that don't do that. Engines need rebuilding. There's no oil on this planet that you can put in a worn out engine and it makes it good. Simple as. Same electrical system. You can't just stick fuses on all. There's obviously issues. If they're going to put fuses on it, well, put a proper board on. You can still do a neat job, make it look nice and make it look right. So all these things are what you need to take on board if you are buying a Classic, because as I've said to you earlier, this flipping cars, in my eyes, is flipping heck, you know, because there's very few of them are done right. I mean, don't get me wrong, you can get the odd car that's been pulled out in a garage, somebody's got on it, it ain't a bad car and they just move it on, they're out there. But take somebody with you to see what you're buying, you know, then you're buying something right. Don't listen to trivial, don't listen what right up the maker, ask for proof, you know, find out what's going on. Lots of cars out there at the minute, there's going to be a lot more if things are tightening down. Now, this is an important part for if you want to get on Classic scene. So, all this trivia and nonsense and bit of fun I've just had with you regarding this is true. So you have to be very careful. I mean, none of this what I've said, the names like that is half of it is true. Do you understand? It's a bit of fun I'm having with you. But just be careful what you're doing. And like I said, look at what you're getting, or pay somebody to look at what you're getting, who knows what they're doing. And on your parts on it that it's supposed to have, check they're on. Because people will just say anything to get a sale. You know, I mean, it's not always the case. You can buy off a family, which is the place you want to be, really. But check everything's right. Watch what you're doing out there, and then you're going to be safe when you're on road in your Classic anyway. So that's a bit of fun off me anyway today. Something a bit different for you, but catch you all later. Bye for now.